Next up, we have Brett Lussell of Handling Systems International to discuss jib, gantry, and bridge cranes. During Brett's session, you can post your questions by using the Q&A button at the bottom of your Zoom window, and Brett will answer your questions at the end of his session. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Brett and Handling Systems International.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity. I would like to obviously thank everybody at AWRF for providing this platform today. You know, it's a nice opportunity for us, and certainly for us to share our story with you. To those personally affected by COVID, certainly our thoughts and prayers are with you. We would also like to take this opportunity to extend our gratitude to our dealer network for continuing to stick with us during these tough times. We're positioned well for the future. We've sort of weathered the storm so far and had a pretty good year, but certainly couldn't do it without our good, loyal dealer network. So thank you so much. I'd like to go through this presentation now, and then at the end, certainly we can answer some questions that you might have. For those of you that don't know Handling Systems, we're primarily known for jib, gantry, and workstation cranes. We've been in business for 63 years, established in 1957 in suburban Chicago. And jib cranes, gantry cranes are certainly a mainstay of our business, but so are workstation cranes and our newly developed enclosed track workstation crane, which I'll talk about in just one second. So I mentioned our business is picking up, and it is. We've had a good year. We've sort of weathered the storm. So again, thank you. But essentially, when we look at the top of the food chain when it comes to lifting, we are at the top. So, you know, from a crane hangs a hoist, and from a hoist hangs a sling or some type of below the hook device. So we sort of position ourselves or feel we're at the top of the food chain when it comes to lifting. We have a brand new facility. Our facility is in McCook, Illinois, which is 10 miles west of Chicago. It's 58,000 square feet. We moved from an 18,000 square foot facility last summer. So this new facility is allowing us to find some efficiencies in production and manufacturing. At the end of this presentation, I'll show you a quick 30-second video of our warehouse, but we're very excited about this new facility and what it's brought us as far as manufacturing capabilities. So again, a little bit about Handling Systems. Been around since 1957. Sort of our design is known as being a little old-fashioned when it comes to, you know, sort of using materials from the past as far as heavy-duty steel. We certainly don't skimp on materials when it comes to cranes. So we have this reputation of sort of being overbuilt, but that's okay, especially when it comes to this type of product. So we're overbuilt, we're certainly not overpriced. One really nice benefit of Handling Systems is our centralized shipping point. So being located in Chicago, we can essentially ship anywhere in the country in a day or two, which for our dealers and our end users is a really, really nice benefit. We're very flexible to deal with. Currently, our lead times are 1 to 2 weeks for all standard products, which would be jib, gantries. We're about 3 to 4 weeks on workstation cranes, but faster shipments are available. So we say just ask. We have a very, very good customer service department. We are not a service company, so we don't go out and do hoist and crane inspections. We leave that up to our dealers. We are 100% through distribution. So we have a network of dealers around the country. We rely on those dealers to do the sales for us, to do the installations, and then the after sales support. So please know we do not sell direct. We rely 100% on our distribution. When it comes to our enclosed track cranes, we have a full engineering department dedicated to this product. We import the rail from Europe. And the nice thing is we have support from our manufacturer in Europe as well when it comes to specialized systems. For those of you that are familiar with Hoist Magazine, you may have seen this picture. We were recently featured on the cover of Hoist Magazine. So kind of exciting, but this was a really, really cool application. This was at the University of Wisconsin. It was a 1-ton jib on top of a 5-ton jib. The upper jib is used for pulling the mast off of sailboats. Then they rotate the crane 180 degrees with the 5-ton crane and pull the boat out of the water. So really an interesting application. Call this a jib on top of a jib. But again, featured in the latest issue of Hoist magazine, September 2020. So I mentioned a little bit about being at the top of the food chain. We kind of call this the ABCs of lifting. So, you know, the crane is the A, the hoist is the B, and the below the hook device is the C, or the sling. And that's really how we fit so well into the AWRF group. The fact that we can provide this product, we often partner with our AWRF members on the below the hook and sling devices. We are not a sling manufacturer or a below the hook device manufacturer, but we do provide complete solutions to many of our dealers. So we have outstanding relationships with many AWRF members when it comes to the below the hook devices. And we often like to provide the complete solution to the end user. So whether that's a sling, some sort of below the hook device, such as a C-hook for lifting steel coils, or it could be something such as a vacuum lifter or an air hoist. So here's a picture of a 2-ton jib with an air hoist and obviously a 4-legged chain sling. Again, we did not manufacture the sling, but we do provide the complete solution to our dealers. Many of our dealers, such as you, obviously have the capability of providing the B and the C yourself. In which case we often just send out the crane and you provide the hoist and you provide the rigging. Another option is you can send us the equipment and we can integrate it and ship it as one complete system. So, you know, our theory is sort of, if you buy a sling, you most likely need a hoist. And then if you buy a hoist, you need something to hang the hoist from. And that's kind of where the cranes come into play for us. So, again, complete lifting solutions, and we often talk about selling the solution. One product we're really known for is our foundationless jibs. So these jibs do not require a hole in the floor or a heavy foundation to mount the crane. These are available up to 1-ton capacity, 16-foot span. So, you know, why foundationless? Well, the foundation often costs more than the crane itself. And what the end user doesn't realize is, you know, they got to bring in a saw, cut the floor, dig it out, you know, put rebar in. So this process can take several weeks. You know, including all the mess, it can really be quite difficult for the end user. And they're certainly not expecting the shock of the price when they hear how much the foundation costs. So we provide a really nice solution. You know, about 80% of all jib cranes sold are 1 ton and under. So why not go foundationless? I mean, you really can provide your customer with a really nice solution. We use epoxy anchors, a little larger base plate, and then we simply mount it to the floor. So again, foundationless jibs, we were sort of a pioneer with this. Some of our competition has followed us recently, but we were certainly a pioneer. We've had this product for many years and have recently expanded the offering at 1/2 ton up to 20-foot span and at 1 ton up to 16-foot span. What I'd like to talk about now is our recently released Nico rail system. So the Nico rail is your traditional and closed track crane system. You know, being located in Chicago, our major competitors, which we consider Gorbel, Spanco, and Metriel, sort of cover the coasts. But we're right in the middle of the country. So as far as the shipping point, it's ideal. We're really the only one located in the Midwest that is manufacturing enclosed track cranes. The enclosed track market, you may be familiar with this. There's sort of 2 segments. There's the traditional roll formed enclosed track, which is Gorbel, Spanco, Metriel, Cranebear, and then ourselves. And then there's the welded or 2-piece form, which is the Demag Unified. So we line ourselves up almost identically with Gorbel and Spanco. Our product ships from Europe. We have a really nice supplier in Helmholtz that provides us with the Nico rail. And what we do is we bring it in and we manufacture it. We're doing the ladder trussing, we're building the columns and the supports. It is the exact same profile as Metriel or Spanco. It comes out of the same mill in Austria as Metrial, who was the original provider for both Gorbel and Spanco. Exact same capacities, up to 2 ton, 34-foot span. It is manufactured by us in Chicago. What's really nice, I'll show you in a minute, is we have a nice DesignWorks quote tool online that you can go online now, sign in, and get drawings in a matter of minutes for any system you can provide. We also have full engineering support. We provide stainless steel, and soon we'll have aluminum and fall protection as well. So take a look at this. Here's a Gorbel profile. You can see it is right on top of our profile. I mean, dimensionally, it is identical. This is only one size. But my point being is, this is a product that is a push-pull crane. The functionality, whether it's Nico Rail or Gorbel, is 100% identical. The real advantage for us is, you'll see, is our price point. We're traditionally somewhere in that 10 to 15% less than Gorbel Spanco, which allows you as a dealer to, instead of selling the same product as some other dealer making low margins, you can sell a functionality same product making much larger margins. So again, manufactured by H.S.I. It is made in the USA product because we take the rail and then we build the crane. We've been doing this for about 18 months now. Again, 100% through distribution, but we've supplied some really, really nice systems out into the marketplace. This particular customer insisted that the cranes be blue and yellow like his other brand, because he had a plant full of blue and yellow cranes. The price point was so attractive that he, quote unquote, had to buy our systems. His only request is, please paint them so they look like the other cranes in my building. And it was a perfect match. From a functionality, it was fantastic. And this ended up being 7 or 8 systems for us, and a very, very satisfied customer. Installation's very easy. It's 100% bolted connection. We can do specials. We're very good at cantilevers. We're very good at switches. We can do curves. There's a lot of stuff we can do with enclosed track cranes that many of our competitors cannot provide. Here's a system that's showing a cantilever out past the end of the columns for picking from a particular machine. So this was a very, very nice application. And again, several hoists in this application. The systems can be freestanding or they can be ceiling hung. So it's about a 50-50 mix for us, but we can provide and engineer a complete ceiling hung system that provides the ceiling attachments and sway bracing as an option. We also have the availability of stainless steel in either 304 or 316. The capacity on this is up to 1,100 pounds. So we have a really, really nice advantage on the stainless steel side. Clean rooms, pharmaceutical, food grade. It's been a fantastic product for us in those types of applications. Last thing I want to talk about is our online quote tool. It is called the Quotenator. Anybody can sign up. Just go to our website, www.hsicrane, which is singular.com. Create a username, password. We will then accept you, and you can start configuring jibs, gantries, and workstation cranes. Everything is a drop-down menu. Very, very simple to do a quote. When it's finished, about 2 or 3 minutes later, you'll actually be provided an email which will have a scaled CAD drawing, as well as a PDF for both the drawing and the quote, and a Word document for the quote that you can modify. So the deliverable is a very, very nice drawing. It is to scale. It shows all your critical dimensions. In many of our dealers that are familiar with let's say, the Blue brand and their quote tool, they have commented on how nice our quote tool is and how easy it is to use. The last thing I want to mention is, if we get above 2 ton, then we go to an I-beam system. So Handling Systems does manufacture complete bridge cranes and freestanding runway structures. This happens to be a 4-ton structure, but we do not stop at 2 ton. We can provide pre-engineered complete runway and bridge crane systems, either top running or underhung. The underhung systems are truly freestanding because they use the same technology as an enclosed track crane with headers. And of course, it doesn't matter capacity. We've gone as big as 20 ton with multiple cranes, but we're known for, again, a complete lifting solution. One more underhung crane system. So I just want to show you a quick 30-second video, and then I'd be happy to take questions from you. But basically, if you want to see some more application photos, please follow us on Instagram, and I'd be happy to show you what we can do from that standpoint. Okay, so that concludes the presentation. At this point, I'd be happy to take questions from you.
Yeah, thank you, Brett. There were some questions come in. I think you answered the first one, but I'll ask it anyway. Does Handling Systems plan to have a jib crane price drawing configurator anytime soon online?
We do now. So you can go online at the Quote Native Quote tool. Does provide both traditional foundation jibs as well as the foundationless. So you can get a quote and drawings in literally just seconds.
Okay, next question. What is the proof testing process for the jibs?
The proof testing process is after it's installed. So after it's installed, it does require a load test between 100 and 125%. So it's the responsibility of either the distributor or the end user to do the load test after installation.
Next question. Do you offer installation guidance for enclosed track systems? And part two, do they require foundations or bracing?
They don't require foundations or bracing, but generally after installation, that's a good time to make that determination. As long as we stay with under 17 feet overall height, then the answer is no. However, I can't speak for a customer's floor, how level their floor is, the quality of the concrete. So we can provide loading information, and if they determine they need to do footings, then that would be required. We can provide installation assistance. If it's a 300-400 mile radius of Chicago, we'd be happy to send out somebody to help with the installation guidance as well. We do nothing direct with the end user, but we can certainly support the distributor.
Okay, one more. Do you sell hoists and balancers too, or just the structures?
We do sell hoists. We are big with all major brands. So we can sell hoist balancers. Again, that complete solution. We can provide the jib, the hoist, and even the below the hook lifting device.
Okay, it seems to be it for the questions. Do you have anything else to add?
No, again, I want to just thank AWRF for the platform. And again, thoughts and prayers to everybody and anybody that's affected by this COVID. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Brett.